my pillow? But I had this realization like a while ago that when you're an online person, people consume you in different ways, and they meet a different you based on who they are, based on their experience from the day, based on whatever they're going through or what their predeceived, like notion about who you are, what you do, or like their experiences with life to start. But then for me in particular, as a live streamer and as a content creator that does consumable content on tube sites, you meet two very different people, whether you come and hang out with me live or if you just go and watch the tube site stuff, because the tube site stuff tends to be 10 minutes or less, or a vacuum. It's like you get a very controlled product. So it's like this thing is 10 minutes and you in your mind have 10 minutes to consume it. So whatever part of your day allows you for 10 minutes, whether that's a bathroom break, whether that's when your family is not home, whether that's a work break, whether that's, first thing in the morning or last thing at night, you're squeezing in 10 minutes of the day to consume content of me and make an opinion of who I am or our relationship based on that 10 minutes of when is most convenient to you. And when is most convenient to you, you might get a whole other person. You might meet a whole different me. And when you come and interact with me live, it tends to be for hours or daily, or when it's not most convenient for you, or when your life allows for you to interact with me live. Like, it's very different people, because what's convenient for you or what's a convenient time for you to consume 10 minutes of content isn't necessarily the same as the time that you would have in the day for 2 hours of content. Because if you're watching live, that means you're either at work and your work allows for you to watch things live, right? Like that's a job that you have that allows for that, or you're coming home to hang out and you know that someone's live and you're like, yeah, this is my friend, I hang out with them live. You have actual real back and forth banter if you're chatting in a stream or something, or you can actually like interact with that person real time. You can see how their inflections are, you can see their body language, you can see how they respond directly to you. Because when you watch 10 minutes of content, that's you interacting with that person, but not necessarily that person, being responsive to your interactions. But if you say something in a stream and then that's taken in by the streamer and then regurgitated, it's like you get a whole different interaction, you get a different relationship. And I've been doing this for 5 years now, and I've realized that the people who come to the lives have a very different impression of me as a person. They meet a different me. They either have a tremendous fondness for me, like they either really, really like me and our relationship together, or they have a visceral response to me, like we do not get along at all. The things I say or the way that I respond to them, they don't like, they don't appreciate, or it's just not like they can tell what type of relationship they want to have with me. Versus the people who consume my tube site content, my 10 minutes or less content, very rarely did they ever have a real interaction with me. They still a lot of time feel like they know me, and then I tell them to come hang out in the lives and we'll hope for the best. So, and a lot of people would say things like, oh, that's how you talk, I've never heard your voice, or say other random things that it'd be like, most of my day and most of my life as an online person has been a live performer, has been talking to people and interacting with people in real time to have more of a relationship with a mass amount of people than be able to individually like message people, or I never felt like I'd be able to give enough one-on-one versus going live to get to know people. And so I just like, I always wonder what other people think of that, or is that like a reason why a lot of people don't go live, or do people like the vacuum sealed like impression that people have of them, or I never really knew. But for me I want people to have a real impression of me and like or dislike me based on that realness. So